I'm Scott Wheeler. I'm an investigative journalist, and I would like to make you aware of a very important issue for which Citizens for National Security is involved. Rare earths are minerals and metals, such as lanthanides, to which the government refers to as exotic materials. The reason they are exotic is that when refined, they do remarkable things. They are used in nearly all high-tech equipment, such as smartphones and computers. More importantly, they are used in America's most advanced weapon systems, including national security systems so advanced most of us don't even know they exist. So what's the problem? Well, please allow me to start from the beginning. I first learned about rare earth materials in 1998 when I was working on an investigation of how China, through espionage and bribery, was stealing designs and machines that make our high-tech weapons. I received a tip about a rare earth mine in Southern California that was being regulated out of business by numerous government agencies. Well, take a look at this old video footage of what happened.
So Molycorp wanted to begin cleaning up right away, but they were bogged down by regulations?
Yes, a long period of time went by, and I think everybody looks bad here. You know, nobody looks good for not having initiated it sooner. Well, one of the big challenges here was that there were so many different agencies involved.
On all, there's 28 agencies involved? There's about 29 agencies.
That video was from a documentary I produced on the subject in 1998, which seems rather prescient now. After 3 years of cleanup that cost millions of dollars, the mine was basically out of business.
We asked the Bureau of Land Management if Molycorp was picking up all the costs associated with the Desert Tortoise and the desert cleanup.
Yes, and they've estimated the cost to date at about $6.2 million.
It seemed that way to me, that there was somebody with an agenda out there that had nothing to do with the pipeline, and they were just using that to further their own agenda of some sort.
After all that, the government failed to find any contamination at or around the mine. At the time, the Mountain Pass mine provided nearly all U.S. rare earths and most of the world's. But the excessive cost of the government-mandated cleanup that found no contamination, the ongoing regulations, and government demands, the mine could no longer afford to function. So where would the U.S. get these critical materials?
American investigator has learned that Molycorp is about to face criminal indictments, and it's all due to the water spills in the desert, in which a mine-initiated cleanup was halted for nearly a year by the government agencies. Experts wonder if the government has considered the consequences of forcing the only source of lanthanides in the United States out of business.
So what would happen if lanthanides were not available from the Molycorp mine? Would the United States just do without them? Or no, I don't think the industry would do without them. I think they're too important. I think what would happen, we would end up importing them probably from China. Who's your biggest competition here in the United States?
Molycorp is our competitor.
Meet Weijie Ku of Baotou Rare Earths, a communist Chinese company. If Molycorp goes out of business, Baotou stands to gain control over the entire U.S. market for lanthanides. You think Molycorp will go out of business?
I think probably, probably. I think probably,
Mr. Ku is so confident that Molycorp will go under that he's already opened up this office in San Francisco.
I think in the future, my company will become the important the rare earth producer in the world.
So the company wants to become the most important rare earth producer in the world?
Yeah.
Even in the United States?
Right, correct, yeah.
Baotou Rare Earths Company is well on their way to achieving that goal. After the government raid on Molycorp's production fell by 17%, the exact amount Baotou's production rose. Is it safe to assume that Molycorp has to experience a lot more government regulation from the U.S. government than Baotou mine does Chinese government?
Yeah, That's right. Yeah. Because our coal, because our company is a state-owned company, yeah, belongs to government.
Your company probably doesn't have to worry about endangered species laws.
It will be decided by our top management. Yeah.
And that is how it stands today. China controls most of the world's access to rare earths, including the United States supplies. And at times over the past 20 years, China has truncated America's access to critical rare earths and materials. Now that brings us back to Citizens for National Security and what they are doing to bring back rare earth mining, processing, and manufacturing to the United States. This is a big job, but with some help, we can do it. To find out more about rare earth situation, click on the link and it will take you to a position paper that Citizens for National Security has produced. And check back in a few days. In my next post, I'll be discussing China's espionage operations and the impact it has had on our ability to produce rare earth materials.